Okay, number 4, v is negative 8, negative 9, and w is negative 1, negative 3. And so the projection of v onto w is equal to v times w over the magnitude of w squared times w. So dot product would be 8 plus 27 over 1 plus 9 times w. So this is the projection of v onto w, which we're calling w1. So that's equal to 35 over 10. So that would be 7 halves, w. 7 halves w, or 7 halves times negative 1, negative 3. So for w1, which is the projection of v onto w, I get negative 7 halves, negative 21 halves. Okay, so that's w1. So then w2 is equal to v minus w1. So this is just subtracting vectors. So v is negative 8, negative 9. And we're going to subtract what we got for, w1. So that would be minus negative 7 halves, negative 21 halves. So w2 is equal to negative 16 halves plus 7 halves. So that would be negative 16 halves would be still negative, right? So negative 9 halves. And negative 18 halves plus 21 halves is equal to 3 halves. Okay, so this was just my work there. So v is equal to w1, which is negative 7 halves, negative 21 halves, plus w2, which is negative 9 halves, 3 halves. So negative 7 halves, negative 21 halves, plus negative 9 halves, 3 halves. All right, let's go on to number 5. With number 5, we need it in component form, so let's rewrite v. v would equal negative 3, 5, and w would equal negative 6, 9. So we want the projection of v onto w, which we're going to call w1, and that's equal to the dot product of v and w, so that would be 18 plus 45 over the magnitude of w squared, which would be 36 plus 81 times w. That's equal to 63 over 117 times w, which is equal to 63 times negative 6 over 117, and 63 times 9 over 117. So let's see if we can simplify. This 3 goes into that, you guys. So let's see, 9 might even go into it. So that would be, let's see. Okay, over here I did a little bit of math. So multiplying that out, I've got 63 times negative 6 over 117. Now 117 right here, 3 goes into that, and 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 117 divided by 3 is 39. So I was at 39 and 2, and then I saw 3 also goes into 39 and 63. So that would be 13, and 63 divided by 3 is 21. So you get 21 times 2 over 13. So that's 42 over 13. So that would be the first part. And let's do the same thing again with 63 times 9 over 117. So 9 goes into 117, 1 and 13 times. So boom, boom, I get 63 over 13. So no, this was negative. Remember, this had a -6. So negative 42/13. Sorry, that slipped by me. 63/13. So you're going to be able to use your calculator for this test, but I just, you can do things without a calculator. So W2, that was W1. So W2 is V minus W1, which is V all the way back up here is -3/5 minus this mess. -42/13 and 63/13. So 3 times 13 is 39. So we have -39/13 minus -42/13 as our first term. And our second term would be, what's 5 times 13? I don't know. 65? Should have known that. Okay, so 65 times, I'm sorry, we're subtracting. 65/13 minus 63/13. Okay, so what is that? -39 minus 42. Minus a negative, this is a minus, so 39 would be 3, right? Positive 3/13. And 65 minus 63 is 2/13. So V altogether is W1, which was -42/13 and 63/13. Plus W2, which is 3/13, 2/13. So that's the answer for number 5.